Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Robert Denning. Welcome back to Southeastern Oklahoma State University Savage Storm Esports. Whew, ran here. You know how it is with people my size and running. So, allow me a second to catch my breath. Tonight, we have one of the biggest games of the season for Marvel Rivals against MVC. Now, Southeastern, just this last week, was able to even up their record, go 3-3, which is something very desperately needed. And now, they are going to be put to the ultimate test this evening against MVC. MVC with the perfect 6-0 record. MVC, who has been slowly and politely leaving messages throughout our streams. The team has been looking very forward to this one, and I'm sure it's going to be a great contest in between two teams that know how to hit and hit hard. So, first I would like to go over our nice sponsors, the people that allow us to have all of this nice equipment and all of these games and this incredible room. I really think the design and everything in this room is really nice. So I'm gonna help out with the sponsors real quick. So, I've never really had the opportunity to go more in depth about the sponsors and how they help us out as a team. So I would love to go slightly more in depth now. First, Gosu Academy. These guys are the coaches that help our players train and have skills necessary to play in the NECC, which is honestly incredible. You know, we couldn't have all of these programs and all of these teams without our coaches, except for Rivals, but we have two like quasi coaches in there, so it's fine. And then fatcap.gg. These people that sponsor us, they give us the jerseys, very professionally made clothing, and in general they help with like player maintenance. So they are very helpful. And if this rivals team goes varsity one day, then they'll get their own uniforms, and I'm gonna be very proud. And the Media Depot. Something great about all of our streams is that the only technical difficulties during them is due to my ineptitude with computers myself. On the Media Depot's end, they do a great job with providing us with the equipment and services necessary to have all of these beautiful streams, all of the beautiful capturing on the gameplay right here. I'm very happy that they're here for us. And then Choctaw Career for, of course, the greater Choctaw area in Oklahoma and Durant as well. So it's great to have an organization like Choctaw Career that cares about the area and its people, which is something again that all of us, you know, me at least, is very grateful for. So, and then last, a consistent like financial backbone of the community. We have the First United Bank down here in Durant, Oklahoma. I don't think much further explanation is needed. It's a bank, handles money. So, very happy about these sponsors allowing us to have nice equipment, nice rooms, and for making this season continue with little to no downsides. So, I'll hit the socials and then I'll hit our roster. I have a feeling they're about to invite me in a second. So, on X at SE Sports HQ, on YouTube at SE Sports, and on Instagram at SE Sports HQ. Those are the main ones where you will find Southeastern esports, as well as a lot of other programs that the college provides, football, baseball, volleyball, band stuff, including the nice percussion ensemble concert that's going to be going on in April. um, but you know, it's it's where you're gonna be finding what Southeastern does. So I say it's about time I finally break down this roster. On tank is the incredible Birdo the Bird. I know we don't have these people listed yet on in game. That's where we'll find them, but we're getting everything started right now. So Birdo, a tank player, mainly plays Strange. He's an absolute beast at Strange. An error I made last week was actually spending too much time on Birdo's camera, but I don't know how I could be blamed for that. He's such a magnificent guy to watch. But we're not really either here nor there. He's very, very strategic, loves hopping corners with huge Strange ults, is an excellent tide turner for the Storm, and overall a very solid backbone of the team. And then next, pulling up from the Overwatch team. Oh, they're getting me into the lobby now. So pulling up into the Overwatch from the Overwatch team, we have Dark Fox. Now Dark Fox is flex. He can play anybody. Genuinely anybody. You put him on a character, they'll just play. So it's something that I'm very grateful for in the least. So yeah, I'm still happy about that. After that, Juice Fatty on flex. Juice Fatty is one of one of the friendliest guys you'll ever meet. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. That all goes away whenever he plays Jeff, though. Like usually if he's going around on Jeff, then we'll see a 5K or something or other. So very nice to watch. The next, Randy Bobandy, a tank player, a very versatile tank player. Is mainly, a shield tank alongside Birdo, but he can adapt to a lot of situations and go with a lot of different kinds of off melee tanks or whatever. Nice to see y'all's stream crew. Nice to see you too. I'm very happy I get to broadcast this. I love being friends with the fellas on the Rivals team. They treat me well. And then for a nice DPS heal combo, we have Skim. Yeah. Jeez, nice. Oh, hey. Hi. Hey, that's me. That's my name. I'm Robbie. Hello, Skim. I was just talking about you. Talking about how you play damage and how you heal. She has basically one character for a bunch of different roles that she can do, like playing Mr. Fantastic or Psylocke or Cloak and Dagger usually. So nice to see that everyone's getting settled in the lobby here. I'm very excited to watch this. I really feel like no matter the outcome of a game, I think everyone's gonna have a good time here. I've been looking forward to this one. And then listed on the roster we have me, but I'm a substitute. I'm not that good. I play Groot and Rocket, but that's not even relevant. So let's go to last but not least, Reset 101. A healer. Start of this season, played like 2 healers. Now, just all of them. We can just play all the healers. Quality does differ between each one, but he's definitely skilled enough to be playing the correct answer to any problems that might be thrown their way. So with our roster all nice and explained up, I feel like we can get this game on soon. If I am correct. Yes. MVC leader is asking if everyone's readied up, and Southeastern, I believe, is about to be readied up. So we'll have this game underway in no time. All we have to do is wait kindly. Yeah, here we are. Southeastern's readied up, so we're about to get into it. So first round map, you can see in the bottom right corner, is where the map is going to be selected. So the first round map, first game mode, domination. A random map will be selected. After that, the loser will pick the map for the next few modes. Oh, and we're going on Clintar, one of Southeastern's favorites. I'm excited for this. All right. So as we're going into the loading screen here, I'm going to take a quick second to explain how domination works. So, both teams will be on the opposite side of an area. Now, in that area will be a tiny marked area, a circle, usually in the central part, that both teams will need to stand on or stand in, capturing the area. And whoever has the capture of the area will slowly build up their percentage. So whoever gets to 100% first wins the round. And the first point is best 2 out of 3. So whoever wins 2 out of the 3 domination maps will win the first point. Southeastern immediately with the Hella ban. I will admit I myself haven't done too much studying on MVC, so I don't know the complications that come with this. But MVC immediately going for the throat here by banning Birdo's Strange. I could definitely see this coming. It usually took the other teams a few rounds to target ban Birdo, but it really seems like they're going after him this time. The ban on Mr. Fantastic too, trying to skim limbs as well. Protecting Thor. This could be good for Randy Bobandy. Randy, who's a Thor player. But yeah, a lot of shield tanks are being cut out, so not having many shield tanks could influence the playstyle of these players a lot. So we've seen how that's going down. Protecting the thing, most likely for Randy Bobandy as well. Randy plays a very, very solid thing. So we're going to see Southeastern's last ban here on Angela, which Juice had pre-selected. I find this a little weird, but it's nothing I haven't seen before. And then the final ban on Gambit, probably trying to shut Dark Fox down a little. MVC spreading out their bans a little bit in order to affect the most team members as possible instead of shutting one person down. So we have the final selections coming in from what characters are going to be played. Southeastern Skim on Cloak and Dagger, like I mentioned earlier. Birdo this time playing Groot, and Juice and Randy switching what roles they mainly play. With Randy going on as a support Deadpool. Now Deadpool can be also played as a tank, but Deadpool as a character is all 3 roles, so if you learn one, you can learn the other 2 with little to no complications, and that's just what Randy Bobandy has done, able to provide a lot of utility to the team, even though he might not want to do it in the tank style, with Juice playing Emma Frost.
Let me say you are a true gem.
So,
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
alrighty,
1.
let's get it started.
Capture the mission area.
A long-awaited matchup between 2 great teams, I must say. Both teams slowly rolling out to the point. We have a Dark Fox in front over here.
There, the wounds are gone.
Every single time I switch to him, it's gonna take a screenshot, but I don't think the computer will mind. It's a magnificent what the looks are. So we go back here gradually to other characters. Randy taking a step forward as Groot, but a lot of pressure's being put on him. Maybe going down there was a mistake. He's slowly being whittled down. Oh, Skim able to protect, doing a lot of good healing, very influential, very early. Nobody's dead yet. Except for Juice Fatty, who's picked off. Now, a common theme in these Marvel Rivals fights is that usually whoever's picked off first, their team will slowly get dismantled as it turns into a 5v6 or a 6v6. So Southeastern goes down first, which means MVC will take first hold of the point, slowly building up progress. So Southeastern waits a little bit to build up a counter push. So Southeastern is going to have to be very very aggressive and methodical in their counter push. We have Birdo switching off of Groot in order to play Thing, and Skim switching over to Storm. Playing Cloak and Dagger. Yeah. So Southeastern's going with a two-support approach. Oh yes, we have Birdo and Juice Fatty taking up the top. Skim going on the top as well, doing in more additional pressure. Wow, Southeastern, a very effective counter push. They're showing everyone, but the Glartrox is released, and it's throwing around some Storm members a bit, and Skim is picked off out of the sky by MVC's Rocket, who popped his amplifier in order to survive and deal more damage. Southeastern slowly picking off MVC members, but not at a rate enough for them to grab the point. MVC still has control. And not a very big play from the Thor here, but having the Thor be in the fight as well. Ooh, on very low health here. Juice giving him a run for his money. Birdo is well on Thing, gets the pick. Southeastern slowly building up more progress on taking it, but MVC is doing an incredible job of staying alive and staying on point. It doesn't matter how many people are on the point, as long as it's just one. The point is contested, and it's not really going anywhere. Now Southeastern's getting slowly torn apart again, getting off the point. Birdo still on point, fighting very hard to survive, but it's very hard. Oh yes, MVC making a proper strong showing here. I think they're going to take the first point with no overtime. And they indeed do take the first point with no overtime. Now, Southeastern's bane here was not finishing everybody off. They did win the team fight per se, but not ending everybody gave MVC the ability to regroup while not allowing the point to be taken. So a genius move on MVC's part. Making all their characters survive, having characters with ults that allow for a lot more survivability, and buying some time for everyone else to get back if they do win a team fight or lose a team fight. And Southeastern really needs to be prepared for that. They know it's a long, hard process to take out MVC. So maybe if they invest in some crowd control that can get MVC off the point, if they're going to live, you might as well take the point anyways. So Southeastern moving on here. Birdo switching around tanks a lot. It seems Southeastern is switching up the character compositions a lot, trying to adapt to the situation. We have Dark Fox going in on Bucky. I switched to him. Yep, that's a screenshot right there, but you know, it's still magnificent and gorgeous. Birdo up in front as Hulk. We could see him dive back very soon, trying to perhaps punish that Captain America. Everybody's on him, and he goes down. Skim landing the final blow. Oh, but revived almost immediately by Rocket. We go to Juice Fatty, who is throwing his ult right now, and Birdo in a nice weak state. Bruce Banner getting a kill somehow. Very entertaining to watch. We see a 2 streak for Birdo as Bruce Banner here. Most likely no, but Southeastern does take the point first, immediately improving on upon their play style of last round. Birdo being able to turn back into Hulk, and Southeastern preparing for some gritty defense here. They're going to have to lock in if they don't want MVC taking that point. Juice Fatty turning into Diamond. Nobody's going to be able to relocate him in time. Oh my goodness, a brutal kick. And MVC's Invisible Woman goes down. Yeah, Southeastern slowly picking everyone off. Rocket is able to get another revive on that Captain America, though. Something that MVC's Rocket is really good at is utilizing revives. Southeastern sure is able to get an early pick multiple times, but in those multiple times, the pick is able to come back due to Rocket's BRB, his revive that allows a dead team member to come back. Now, Southeastern trying to meet each other on the front lines multiple times. I apologize, I did not mean to switch to MVC spectating. Captain America almost trying to snatch Skim out of the air. It seems multiple teams are doing that. The amp is set down. Oh my goodness, but Southeastern counters with 2 support ults. MVC's Phoenix ult almost goes nowhere. Southeastern putting in huge work here. Oh yeah, Skim going in with the tornado. This could be huge. Targeting Rocket. Rocket has nowhere to go after it was nerfed into the floor. Rocket's picked. Phoenix is picked as well. Oh, but Skim finding herself in the middle of the Punisher ult. That is unfortunate. We switch back to Juice on point. Cap trying to find Randy Bobandy and switch him down. But Randy Bobandy is able to utilize the Rocket's movement in order to escape. Juice Fatty here on the point, making a big last stand. Oh, what's going on? Juice Fatty was AFK. This is very weird. Birdo over here. All of Southeastern's team members at spawn. All they have to do is take that point one more time and defend it through overtime. If they're able to take here, they can tie up the round score 1-1 and have an equal shot at getting that first point of the match. Birdo standing out in the open, standing out getting shot like that is a brilliant way for the enemy team to build their ults, but so far, only 2 MVC members have their ults. Compared to Southeastern's one, though, it is pretty huge. Juice Fatty, as Emma trying to pull everyone in with his ultimate. It does work, but Randy Bobandy is picked off in the process. Oh, a huge kick. Punisher goes down. Southeastern slowly taking the point. Juice Fatty chases down an MVC member. Birdo, Captain America, their biggest survivor, is taken down, and it looks like Southeastern is going to be able to tie the round up 1-1. I'm seeing incredible gameplay so far from both sides. We see a lot of clear strategies and a lot of planning went into here. Very excited to see where this goes next. It all comes down to this last round right here. This third round, the map will be very, very similar to the last one. The map style will, at least. We can see that in the first round there was a platform in multiple buildings dedicated to and around the point to give for more structure around the area. But these last two are very set out in the wilderness of Venom's planet, and a lot more open, although there are some natural rock formations that could make for incredible cover, especially in Randy Bobandy's case, playing Rocket Raccoon. We're going to be seeing some very good territorial plays, as well as some environmental cover here. So Southeastern pulling up on the point. Randy Bobandy losing a lot of health, but not picked. Taking an aggressive dive there, but still healing his team very well. Trying to pressure Rosette, it doesn't really work, and MVC seems a little bit split up here. Oh, Skim picked off, but again, so is Invisible Woman. MVC using an ult, but the Glartrox, whoa, as well as Dark Fox, using a Bucky ultimate, saying again, as well as shooting everyone, takes out Luna Snow, goes again. Able to get that pick. Send it again, Dark Fox. Oh, he misses, but he's still very close to that pick on Elsa Bloodstone. Just a few more shots traded. He's not able to get it. Elsa Bloodstone survives, but Southeastern takes the first point. Oh my goodness, Juice Fatty playing an incredible Emma Stone here, keeping that Captain America on his toes. He's gonna have to retreat if he doesn't want to get picked off. We see Birdo over here finishing off that Elsa Bloodstone pick that Dark Fox was not able to achieve earlier. Southeastern takes a very commanding hold of the first point, but here comes MVC almost back in full force. Oh, but we have Skim trying to come in here with a hurricane, immediately taking out Psylocke. That dash is not enough for her to escape. Skim's trying to finish the Hulk, turns him back into Bruce Banner. Southeastern's rocket amplifier is down right here. Randy Bobandy putting in more shots, but he's being hammered from behind by this Captain America. Oh, Randy Bobandy with the pick on Captain America. Southeastern is able to hold great control here, but the Psylocke ult, Randy is able to... Oh! But sniped by Elsa Bloodstone in the process, as well as the Glartrox being released. Elsa Bloodstone is picked off by Juice Fatty. But we're seeing some pretty all right plays from MVC here. Unfortunately, they do not work and they're picked off. It seems like MVC is coming in waves here. Southeastern is doing a great job staggering all of the spawns, making sure MVC isn't able to attack with full force. MVC's trying to slowly break through with the thing. Oh, and they're able to get the pick off on Skim, Rocket, and Birdo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very, very rough go defensively for Southeastern, with multiple members opting to commit suicide instead of staying on the point. A very interesting play, but this will send them back to spawn quicker. So the strategy there is being able to regroup a lot faster instead of being isolated from the team. A play which normally would seem counterintuitive is not very much so. Birdo here on Hulk, charging the jump ready. Juice Fatty going around the side here. We could see an ultimate very soon to get things started off, trying to pull everyone from the point, as well as Rosette having an ult. Yeah, Juice Fatty with an ult. Oh my goodness! Combined with Dark Fox's Bucky ult. Huge Bucky ult!
Again!
Sending it again, beating out that Hulk ult, turning him into slamming him down. Oh my goodness, Dark Fox with an incredible Bucky ult. I don't know if we're gonna see an overtime period here. This could be Southeastern's first. Oh my goodness! Southeastern able to steal the first point from MVC. This is incredible. We have Rosette exiting the room right now for a checkup. Nice little dap up right here. I'm very proud of you. Good boy. On to the next one, Shoo Shoo. Wow. It's so nice seeing a love story in between Rosette 101 and Skim. The team romance story. I'm offered a snack. I'll eat it later. I've had enough calories today. So, we see Rosette with the MVP doing a great job at keeping his team alive as Invisible Woman. Pairing his ults with risky plays, but Dark Fox with his armed and dangerous Bucky ultimate is able to absolutely annihilate MVC's first method of winning domination, and the score is 1-0 Southeastern. Wow. Absolutely riveting and incredible gameplay from both sides here. I'm very excited. I knew this would be a very competitive game, and I know that Southeastern is able to play gritty and play with their back against the wall, and it seems like that's what they're doing now. Southeastern having a great time of it, doing their best to hang in there, and hang in there they will. So our socials for Southeastern, as always, on Instagram at SE Sports HQ, on X at SE Sports HQ, on YouTube at SE Sports. The HQ is not necessary; they don't need it. So, going back from that last game, the problem that Southeastern had for the first map is the exact same problem that MVC had for the next two maps. Southeastern would repeatedly get staggered and not have that reliability on playing to the point. And whenever they would get picks on MVC, several of the other members would stay alive and swarm that point and wait for everybody else to get back in order to not give up control. That's what won MVC the first round, but we see Southeastern quickly employing that tactic themselves, not allowing picks to get in the way of staying on point. Randy Bobandy switching to Rocket in order to have the same or very similar utility to MVC's Rocket, which is a very smart move. Having a revive on your side, especially if the other team has one, is very valuable. So MVC lost the first round, so they will pick the map the second time. This might be a don't want to finish that thought necessarily. It wasn't anything bad. I just didn't have anywhere to go with it. So I'm going to take a nice little swig of water. My throat gets very dry doing these. Okay, so Ghost Eyes, I don't know what you mean by don't ever disrespect Emma Frost like that. Because as you know from my personal username, she's the best character in the entire game. So, MVC is asking Southeastern if they're ready, which has become a trend. Twice this has happened. Southeastern still, I guess, deliberating about what strategies they want to use. We should have convergence up here next, which would be here. Let me go over convergence. So it all starts out like a domination map, except there's an attack team and a defense team. The attack team is trying to capture the point. The defense team is trying to defend it. If that point gets captured by the attacking team, a cart will spawn, and the attacking team will have to drag that cart throughout the rest of the map through several checkpoints in order to win. Wherever the cart is, where the time runs out, or if they push it to the final point, both teams will switch sides, and the defense will go to offense. Offense will go to defense. And it's all about whose offense technically gains more ground. So, I think, yes, it will be convergence on Clintar. Okay, so I should really think before I speak more, because it seems like MVC is going to go with the Hall of the Jalia in the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. Nope, they're going back to Clintar. Okay, so I should speak before I think next time. It was always going to be Clintar, and I never had a doubt in my mind. All right, here we are. Let's get some bands rolling up. MVC starting off with the shark-infested water strategy. We see all of them have pre-selected Jeff the land shark. This is very much not a joke. I'm cutting out quite bad. That is very interesting. I think it is because I'm loud. I'm very loud. I'm a very loud man. I'm gonna see if I can. Maybe if I turn myself down a bit, that'll help with it. So, I think I'm just causing this mic to peak a lot with my excitement, which is a common theme here. We're seeing a lot of the same bans and protects from earlier, except MVC is protecting Magneto, and Southeastern struck gold with Dark Fox playing Bucky, so they do wanna protect him more. But MVC is definitely going to try and get Magneto rolling in there. Southeastern not wanting to take their chances with Magic. I don't know the implications of Magic being on there, but MVC doesn't want Skim playing Storm either. So it seems like with a lot of teams in this league, their focus is to target ban Skim and make her play some other DPS play style that she can't replicate with one character or another. Smart at first, but still, Skim is a very, very skilled player, and she definitely has the ability to get under team's skin, which I feel that Juice Fatty also has with Jeff the Landshark. But MVC knows that Jeff isn't necessarily that scary of a character, even though Juice Fatty's able to take excellent plays. So they're not really that scared. Everyone switching to all their characters. Now the pre-select, obviously a joke. We're not going to see 6 Jeffs in a single match unless Rivals decides to make the best update of all time. So here we are. Gambit was banned, so whoever was trying to switch on to Gambit there, it's not really. That's weird. Uh-oh. That's bad. Okay. I was on the wrong monitor when pressing F4. Alright, so. Let us get into the game! I was pressing random buttons there, hoping nothing would go wrong, and it seems nothing is going wrong, so. We're chilling. See if I can turn down the mic a little bit more.
3, 2,
Make sure I bump myself out of that yellow zone. All right.
Stop them from securing the mission area.
All right, here we are. Southeastern beginning their offensive push. Birdo at the front playing Magneto. Magneto, a pretty big second for Birdo if Strange is banned. Oh, rats. to rivals here. Where's my mouse? Here we are. All right, Randy Bobandy playing Cloak and Dagger in the back. A lot of Southeastern members stepping outside of their usual roles and picking off Magneto. Not using very conventional methods in order to secure their games. But MVC is holding on defense, getting on 2 picks on Southeastern. Especially with, please forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Super Zaropa playing Adam and being able to fly up due to the new balance changes. Birdo, being protected but still picked off. Pulled in and finished off by the team. Skim playing Squirrel Girl here, which I think is a very, very characteristic play. I don't know where I was going with that, but Skim able to just take pot shots with Squirrel Girl. That's pretty much all the utility she provides. She provides very heavy damage. She breaks shields very easily, and she can get picks on any members of MVC who are unaware. So, here comes Squirrel Girl. Sending in a parade of squirrels. Oh my goodness. Yep, here it is. Dark Fox to Bucky Ultimate, seeing it again. But this could be very... Oh, yep. There it is. 5 still.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Yeah, Dark Fox still has his ultimate ready. If he can still kill anybody, it would go into effect. But it doesn't seem to be going that well for him. Rosette, with his ult, able to make people survive, but MVC has an incredible Adam ultimate, and they're able to take back that point. Rosette goes out of invisibility to heal Hulk. Very risky play, but so far it seems like it's working. As we go to Randy Bobandy on Cloak and Dagger. Switching in between Cloak and Dagger. Cloak mainly for heals. Dagger mainly for heals, but Cloak doing a great job at keeping everybody in check here. Oh, Randy Bobandy with the pick on Magneto. Skim sending out another Squirrel Parade ultimate again, killing the Emma Frost. It's a very, very influential play. MVC is spending resources on taking out that Squirrel Parade. Bucky finished off before he can get any utility out of his ultimate. The fact that Skim is picked off doesn't really mean much for MVC because Bucky was dead. Anyways, Southeastern finishes talking about... Sorry. Reading chat is so disorienting. I was talking about Southeastern capturing the first point. So now Southeastern has this blobby mass that is called a cart, and they are going to take it along that track. We see Southeastern facing up among this track. Juice Fatty on Emma Frost taking a huge frontline position here, but Adam is still able to pick off Birdo on Bruce Banner. As soon as Hulk goes into Bruce Banner, it's a very, very touch and go for if he lives or not. If he's anywhere near the enemy, then he's absolutely cooked. No survivability on that. His only chance is surviving long enough to turn back into Hulk, but it usually doesn't ever get there. Southeastern has 3 ults ready, one of them 4 ults ready. I apologize. And so Skim sends out the Squirrel Parade again. Luna counteracts with a nice performative ult there. But Southeastern able to get a huge ult. Magneto for MVC charging up his, and is able to take care of Randy Bobandy's trails, which is unfortunate for Southeastern, but a huge play on MVC's part, picking off most of Southeastern's roster over here. We have Randy Bobandy coming back, but I think he should hold back a little bit in order for Southeastern to come back.
He stopped them in their tracks.
All right, here we are. Southeastern all rebooted, refurbished, and ready. Ready to take on MVC. Every time Bucky uses an ability, his 3-bullet revolver reloads. I think no matter if he hits it or not. So a lot of the big plays for Fox right here is just building up his ultimate. He can make big plays if he charges it up fully. Reset 101 ready with his ult. Skim with the Squirrel Girl ult again. Who could have seen that coming? Yep, getting multiple picks almost immediately. Dark Fox with his ult. I have no idea if he's going to choose to utilize it here or not. I don't think he needs to. With this Born Again, this could be huge for Fox. Just cycling through everybody, trying to pick everyone off, see if he can get his ult. It won't happen. MVC is holding firm on defense, and though Southeastern's cart is going up, if they're going to run out of time, they need to make sure they get all the distance necessary. But Southeastern's making big progress here. Birdo keeping Bucky pressured. They might be able to get this next checkpoint. If no MVC members make a huge dash for it, looks like Southeastern next checkpoint is gained, and they have 2 minutes on the clock to get that cart as far as possible. Now, of course, the end of the track is a plausibility, but with how fierce MVC is playing defense, Southeastern might just have to take it on the chin and get this cart up as far as possible. Birdo playing very aggressively, but frozen and turned back into Bruce Banner. I don't know if he's going to be able to be protected, but he's able to get out of there and stay in the back line. If he puts up enough pressure, he will be able to turn back into Hulk without dying. And having that pressure, no matter how small, is big. Now, Southeastern sends up their other tank as well as the Squirrel Parade. Ooh, Skim taking a shot back there, though. If another shot lands back there, she's toast. But MVC reset 101 with a big ult right here, keeping everyone alive. But Birdo is back as Hulk, and we could see an ult from him here as well if he decides to turn into an even bigger and scarier version of the Hulk. But he's back down to Bruce Banner again, and he's immediately smoked. This could be very scary. Oh, Fox is able to be healed. Oh, because of Randy Bobandy's trails, this cloak and dagger. This is absolutely huge. Southeastern's able to stay alive and keep the cart trekking. Southeastern's healer's putting in massive work right here. Juice Fatty as Emma Frost popping his ultimate. He's able to get the enemy team's Emma Frost. Juice Fatty is picked up again. Dark Fox has his ultimate. Here he comes, trying to pick off the other Bucky. Able to get it. And reses. Fox says again. Whoa, another pick right there by Fox. But it seems Birdo's the only one alive and on Bruce Banner. So it seems MVC is going to be able to stop Southeastern's cart right there. But still a big round for Southeastern on offense, as long as they are able to hold together on defense and not allow MVC to take the point. Then this could be a huge 2-0 lead for Southeastern, which is very, very exciting. So we might see Southeastern go with a slightly different defensive strategy. Some characters are better on defense than others. So we see Birdo here might stick to Magneto instead of Hulk here. But we do see a lot of the same characters, except a switch to Angela and Groot. So we see a 3 support combo coming out of MVC, but an even 2 split by Southeastern. Skim still sticking on Squirrel Girl. It seems like she wants to get as many offhand picks as possible while allowing Dark Fox to wreak havoc in the backlines, especially countering Adam Warlock's ults. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be spectating MVC. I do apologize for that. It's just both of them have Bucky, and so yeah, there's the Bucky I'm looking for, the one with the white coat.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
All you need to do is capture the
Here we are, Dark Fox, holding an angle right here, trying to get some cheeky shots in, but MVC doesn't fall for it. They're a serious team. They know what to expect. So Angela going around the flank here. Southeastern's gonna have to have their back line in good spirits in order to handle her properly. As we go to the back line in question, Randy Bobandy, Angela still flying in. Whatever the play she is going to do, it seems like she's going to try and attack the front line from the back, see if she can drag a character with her. Unable to do it though right now. Juice Fatty playing Groot, able to hold a giant wall that stops him from being pulled by any crowd control abilities. His health is slowly whittled down, though, by Punisher, who's doing excellent group counter, and MVC is slowly dismantling Southeastern and getting on that point. Yeah, slowly taking apart the team. Randy Bobandy is retreating, but did have potential to stall right there, but I don't know if that's what Southeastern's necessarily looking for here. But by taking the point this quickly, MVC is going to have an absolutely huge advantage and a lot of time to take the cart to where Southeastern put it. There is still one checkpoint, so if Southeastern can hold this checkpoint for 5 minutes, then this will be successful, and Southeastern will have that coveted 2-0 lead. Yeah, it seems Birdo is on the hunt for Angela. Skim sending out the Squirrel Parade. 3 picks. Oh my goodness. Wow. She makes it look elementary at this point. But Adam Warlock sends out... Oh, but it doesn't work. Adam Warlock's ultimate is canceled. He is dead. And Southeastern is able to chew a minute off that clock and hold him back. Skim trying to take pot shots at Angela, which is really hard because it isn't that easy to hit projectiles on a flying character right here. So Skim try not to take much damage from that Punisher either. Angela flying by, it seems she had Skim in mind, but that Punisher had Skim in mind even more. And Birdo trying to escape but is pulled back. That is unfortunate. Randy Bobandy being skewered by Angela, basically kidnapped, but is able to cloak out of it. A pretty big, I apologize, ult from Rosette here, trying to keep everyone alive, but it's pretty out of position. Randy Bobandy not enough time to stay alive and use his ult. Birdo coming back from spawn. Skim able to reach the line again, but a few players from MVC are extending in order to cover any ground that Southeastern might want to take back. So we have Birdo right here, not able to sustain all the damage that MVC is pouring through. Southeastern wasn't fully grouped up yet. And Birdo goes down. Not bad name, switching off from Bucky to Moon Knight, is taking incredible stock in his ultimate. Dark Fox just going for the straight diff here, switching to Moon Knight as well. And MVC has oodles of time to catch up to Southeastern's point. They don't have that much longer to go. Oh yeah, Angela doing a great job carrying Fox away into the loving arms of MVC. Southeastern hasn't had a solid chance to regroup here. MVC is doing an excellent job at staggering the Savage Storm. Yeah, we have Juice Fatty switching into a harder, more resilient diamond form, but it's still not enough. MVC is just doing too much damage. And we see all these different team comps coming out of Southeastern's door, but they're nearly being spawn camped. If Southeastern's able to regroup effectively here just because they're pushed to where they need to be near each other, then that is great news. But Birdo the Bird, we could see an ult here if he's not picked off immediately. 2 meters to go. 3 meters to go more roughly. But Birdo could be, oh, this could be big. Oh my goodness. Birdo immediately canceling the Punisher's ultimate by using his own to counter. Juice Fatty switching to Angela. It appears that Southeastern's going for a really diff-heavy team composition. They're trying to play MVC's characters better than they can. And it's very bold, but it seems to be working. MVC does take hold of the cart, but it's not able to go anywhere as Moon Knight's picked off. Angela is put in a pretty precarious situation, being chased by Juice Fatty's Angela, who does have his ult ready. He seems to be flying after her, but Angela is able to escape to safety. All of Southeastern's team members are back and on the cart. We see Skim on Cloak and Dagger taking Randy Bobandy's place. So we have Southeastern with the mentality of imitation is some of the best flattery, and honestly, I have to agree. MVC has a very solid team composition here, which is incredible. So what do you want to do? You want to copy them, which is something Southeastern is doing very well, keeping MVC down to 2.5 minutes. They're slowly picking apart MVC. Could there be a pick right here? Yes! Emma Frost is staggered out of MVC's lineup. It's going to take a little bit for her to come back to her full offensive prowess. More MVC members are being picked off. They're not able to come back and effectively help her team. Fox is picked off by Punisher. But Berto is still able to get meaningful hits. Angela sniped out of the sky. Moon Knight's Ankh is destroyed. Just under 2 minutes left on MVC's timer. Berto taking a slightly aggressive stance, entering the tunnel to try and get the range needed to pick off an MVC player, but it's not going to work. He is though slightly precariously hovering very aggressively. Angela's having a 1v1 over here. Let's see Juice Fatty as well as Berto. Oh, not able to get that pick off. MVC has multiple ults going on right now. This could be shattering. We see Juice Fatty standing around over here. Juice Fatty could be Southeastern's last hope as the rest of the team is wiped. If he's able to dodge this and get back to the cart to buy any time. Oh, not able to get back. MVC takes the second round 3-2, and now the game is all tied up 1-1. So, very hard fought, but still, unfortunately, a round loss for Southeastern. The game is now fully tied up. Southeastern had a great strategy in switching up to try and make a skill differential on the team, but it was too little, too late. MVC takes that last point with a near team wipe, and they do it in a very, very commanding manner. Woo. All right, we have a very good game tonight. I think we were all right in looking forward to this game. It's very competitive so far. We see great plays coming in from both sides. A lot of the strategies paying off here, and it's incredibly respectable. I think it's great. So our sponsors, very graciously sponsoring us, Choctaw Careers, se.fatcap.gg, the Gosu Academy, the Media Depot, and the First United Bank here in Durant, Oklahoma. So, what I can gather from that last game, I think I've already said it all. A lot of progress in this game comes from, will you win the team fight? If yes, are there going to be any stragglers? If yes, are they going to be staggered appropriately? Because if not, they can become a thorn in your side. You might not get that progress you want, or they might still get that progress you're trying to deny, or heck, there might even be a freak play where somebody wins a 1v6, and I don't think I've seen that 1v6 happen yet, unless I've blanked it out of my mind if it was super traumatic or whatever. But woo, needed to moist up my mouth. All right, Southeastern lost the last round, so they are going to be picking for this one. Need to tighten the strap just a little bit. There we go. I love these overalls. They're very comfortable. So, yep, Southeastern selects New York City. I've never been to New York City, but I've never seen the Avengers Tower. I am aware that there is a castle in Central Park that has a lot of vampires in it, which might kill tourism slightly, because I don't think people want to be killed by vampires, which I think is a very very fair statement. People want to avoid death by vampires. A very redundant thing to say, because people usually don't want to die anyway. But I think vampires would make it exceptionally more cruel, so we want to make sure that doesn't happen. MVC and Southeastern with their same first bans as always, banning Strange and Hella. So MVC protecting Angela as well. Yeah, they want that They want that very useful Angela that was able to be had their last game. I will say though, when Juice Fatty switched to Angela, they seem to stop getting as much value out of her. I think Juice Fatty was able to put up a nice little dog fight there in the sky, able to stifle the Angela's usefulness a bit. Protecting Storm and banning Thor. I think they want Skim to have a slower rolling playstyle this time, able to get more picks. But this notably, Storm is a very vulnerable character to play, able to get picked a lot, which I'm sure Skim is looking to avoid. I'm sure she knows that, but it is I'd consider it a slightly risky move. So we'll see where this goes. Magneto's protected, Gambit banned, go figure. Southeastern still looking to protect Fox's Bucky, who has still been making great influential plays. And banning Moon Knight entirely. It seems they want that diff battle to stick on Bucky. So, and banning Hulk, yeah, Randy Bobandy and Berto have been able to get a lot of utility out of it. Randy Bobandy not going with his usual character roster this time, taking a lot of liberties on what to do. So far, I say it's been working out. Southeastern's team comp is very nice. We see Super Zarup, not really. I guess he's deciding it with his team, but not like. Not really sure on which healer to play. MVC still selecting their characters. Randy Bobandy hasn't really selected anybody yet. Oh, yeah, I was locked up on okay, whatever. Wow, these they're so funny. All right, let's get into the game. All right, this one is a convoy. There's immediately a cart. The same rules as Convergence Supply. You must push it to the end of the map. Southeastern on offense first. They have the cart. They're pushing it up. Very self-explanatory. Let's get on with it. So Randy Bobandy and the Rockets shooting out orbs that bounce all his teammates. Very big here, as well as setting down that beacon right there that is going to be able to revive the first Southeastern member that goes down. Going to the front line here, we see Fox pulling Magneto! Magneto puts the shields up, but Fox is calling for immense pressure right here. They're able to get the pick on Magneto. A very influential play by Bucky, being able to pull in people, getting headshots on the other Bucky. Okay. MVC has paused the game. I wouldn't consider this anything really to worry about. Pauses can happen for a variety of reasons, so whenever situations like this happen, it is best to stay patient and wait for the players to sort out whatever is giving them trouble, and then whenever the game comes back on, we can get right back to it. Okay, word from the team. Apparently MVC is lagging a little bit, and so they are pausing in hopes of getting a better connection, which is incredibly understandable. I would not want to be playing a collegiate competitive game if I was having any connection issues whatsoever. So coming in over here is Rosette. Hello, Rosette. I say it's been a very competitive game so far. I love watching you and the other players play.
Thank you.
So when positioning your Invisible Woman ultimates, especially in that first domination map, were you positioning them in a way where the enemy team's Emma Frost would pull you into your own ultimate?
Huh. No.
That might. Oh, go back there! Go back! Go! 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 Oh. Uh,
Sorry, well, we're resetting back to match start.
resetting the match.
Yeah, back to the same band, same everything. We're just running. We're just resetting everything.
All right. Same band, same everything. The game will restart. All right, so we go back here. We need the rest of MVC's players to join up here, and get back on their team. They got crashed. Okay. Yes, very understandable. So we're gonna go on a short intermission here while MVC gets all their players back in the game. Until then, I'm Robert Denning, and this is Southeastern Oklahoma State University Esports. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Robert Denning, and this is Southeastern Oklahoma State University Savage Storm Esports. So, we left off on a massive internet crunch from both sides here. Southeastern going up to 70 ping, but MVS reaching such pings as 130 and 140, which in Collegiate is very unacceptable. We want to have the best speeds here. Since it was on both sides, I don't think any equipment or anyone in particular is to blame. It was probably just internet sometimes being wonky as it is. You know, it's something that I have no idea how to control. So whoever has my utmost respect. And whenever eventually things do go wrong, and when they go wrong, we want to remain composed. So. We see that they're going to go with the same exact bands and protect here. So, in order to keep the match lore accurate, the match accurate to what it was before the ping spike happened. So. I have nothing much to say here. The music's pretty groovy, though. Okay, so both teams have their bans. Both teams gonna select their characters again, and let's hope the Wi-Fi stays good here, and we're able to get a continuation of the huge team play that Southeastern had. I really hope that team play was not due to lag, because then it would invalidate that play. But I choose to believe that Southeastern won that team fight out of pure skill. So yeah. Here we are. Back to the fellers. This elevator ride is a very fun thing to do right before the game starts, because you can get a lot of airtime, especially on Rocket. So. Randy Bobandy crawling up the ceiling, acting like he's a rat in a rat infestation, basically LARPing. But Southeastern going pretty much with the exact same strategy as last time. Juice Fatty going around the side, seeing if he can try and pick off that Phoenix kidnap. Oh, but it's not worked. He's pulled by Bucky, relying on that shield, but it's not enough. He's picked off. Incredible play by MVC here, stopping a cheeky play by Juice Fatty early on in the game. Juice Fatty is going to be back really fast, though, as he's on the offense. The spawn's right there and the cart's right there. Little to no progress was gained, so and Juice Fatty is like that, is back as Rogue. They know that MVC is going to be ready, and so Juice Fatty is just taking a very aggressive push as Rogue here. Oh, Doom's on pretty low health here, but picked off by Bucky. Dark Fox almost has the ult ready. Rocket is able to get that revive, and Bucky pulls, but Reptile is able to get what I assume is a rocket jump out of there, using a rocket jump picked up off of a BRB, which sometimes spits out helpful packs and a rocket jumps ever so often. Oh, here comes the Fox ultimate. If he's able to get that pick on Doom, he can do it again, but he misses and is picked off. And Skim gets picked off as well. Yeah, I was talking about this for Storm earlier. Very scary for Storm, and Randy, who might get picked off, is able to pop an ability to let everyone keep surviving, though. Randy Bobandy taking a slight break to read, going back into spawn. He might choose a different character here. At least taking some deliberation. Dark Fox doesn't have his pull ready yet, but we could be seeing that in just a second here if he's able to... Oh, misses that pull on Magneto, but is still able to pick Bucky, who I don't think he knows was there. Randy Bobandy coming back from spawn here, from a life on Cloak and Dagger that wouldn't put to the fullest. Birdo, very touch and go here. Healers able to keep him alive through the massive damage shield. Massive damage field, I'm sorry. Magneto has shields, and that's what I was thinking of. Going to reset on Invisible Woman, helping keep his team alive, but Skim going off Storm has switched to Squirrel Girl, hoping to get some picks here. And these picks seem to be going pretty successfully. Whoa, where are they? Yeah, here they come. Reset, putting up the shield to keep everyone alive through several ults. Dark Fox coming back from spawn. Skim trying to get in a few picks here. The Legend of Doom 13 is pretty low, but Skim has to reload, and a Doom is healed up by the time that happens. Skim, not able to escape before being picked off. That is unfortunate. Southeastern has 60 seconds left on this round. Will they be able to clutch it? Dark Fox has his Bucky ultimate ready, but nobody else on the Savage Storm does have their ult ready, except for Randy Bobandy on 95%. In this team fight, if not picked off immediately, he can try and get some use out of that right here. Dark Fox about to make the jump out here. Very close to it. 30 seconds left. Oh, yeah. Here comes Dark Fox. Pick number 1. Pick number 2. Oh, Elsa Bloodstone juking him out of his ult, but it still shoots. Still able to get it again! Dark Fox with the Bucky ultimate chasing off Rocket. Dark Fox is gonna try and hold some space here, but he uses his ultimate before it's time. But Southeastern is able to grab the first checkpoint and add 2.5 minutes to the clock. This is huge for Southeastern. We see Magneto in the Southeastern backline. Juice Fatty as Emma, picked off by the other Emma, however. Oh, I'm sorry. My face should not be here. I apologize for that. That was not intentional on my part. Fully into the game this time. Randy Bobandy staying as trails. Randy Bobandy's able to keep the trails through the Magneto ult. Birdo and Reset have their ults active, as well as Juice Fatty, who's trying to pull everybody out and away from their team. Southeastern's managing ults very well here. Releasing the Glartrox, however, is MVC, but Elsa Bloodstone goes down, and Southeastern is perfectly managing the weight load that MVC has to offer, sending out the Squirrel Parade and getting several picks. MVC just keeps on getting staggered out here. MVC does have all 6 back, however, as Rocket is able to use his BRB in order to bring back several team members. So if MVC wants this to stop right here, right now, they're going to have to stop Southeastern getting this second checkpoint. Going to Dark Fox. The ult's ready. Magneto picked off by Skim. We should have seen this coming. Skim, the queen of pickoffs. 1.18 meters left on the cart. MVC is just trying to filter their way onto it, but it's not enough as Southeastern takes the second checkpoint. Oh my goodness, Fox! 2-for-1 combo. 2 birds with 1 stone. Wow. The one shot killing 2 MVC players. Southeastern seems to have that card on auto rolling with the healers in the back, while they take a very aggressive stance with their tanks up front. Juice Fatty on Emma Frost here. Yeah, holding this corner, stopping any MVC player from stretching through. Skim and the enemy Squirrel Girl are trying to trade shots with each other, throwing picks. The Squirrel Stampede is out, and Phoenix is picked off. A lot of damage is being done here. Dark Fox still wreaking some havoc on there. That Phoenix ult able to do some damage to Southeastern, but enough. Phoenix grabbed and shot in the face by Dark Fox. The Squirrel Stampede removed. Magneto ult trying to pick up Randy. Will it happen? Randy ducks into a building safely. The Magneto ult goes nowhere, and Southeastern has a very steady trail to stand on. Dark Fox does have his ultimate ready, so if Southeastern's gonna build a final push, it's gonna have to be now. They have 1 minute left on the clock. Juice Fatty nearly picked off, but is able to escape around the corner and get some healing. Skim with the pick on the enemy Phoenix before getting picked herself. And that Rocket is able to res himself. Fox going in with the ult. Wait, not able to do it. Emma Frost has it with his snow control. Dark Fox with the Bucky ultimate. Southeastern able to take the final checkpoint on New York City, and they set themselves up incredibly for defense here. Goodness, this is incredible to watch. Southeastern will switch to defense here, and they're going to have to hold off MVC from... Whew. We've seen how good MVC is on offense, so Southeastern's going to have to take that into effect heavily if they want to be able to survive the storm, as nobody says. Whew. Let's see how much water I have left. All right, as the Southeastern players go to their spots, I'm going to go grab some water, so I will be right back. The game will be on in the background. Don't you worry about a thing.
Get ready.
All right, here we are. Game starts. Southeastern on defense. They have to make it very influential. Juice Fatty still on Emma Frost. We don't see much of a change here, but going to Angela. Yes, it seems that MVC is going with their build that they usually use on offense. Juice Fatty bringing someone back, trying to dash in and kidnap him, basically. But he himself is picked off in the process, and Southeastern almost immediately goes down to MVC. So MVC very steadily wins the first team fight and leaves no stragglers, giving Southeastern a little bit of an opportunity to recoup with each other. But Southeastern's going to have to make a very big push on the cart in order to hold it down for another 3 minutes. The more time that Southeastern can chew off the clock, the better. Yeah, here we see Birdo on thing, trying to get that last pick, but it's not working. The target is healed and shielded. The enemy Squirrel Girl able to get a lot of very influential picks here. So we might see Southeastern return to the diff style of gameplay that they were trying to do this the first time. Dark Fox not having his pull ready for that Angela, trying to use it there, but there wasn't really anybody in sight. Now we see Southeastern's ults are already almost charged. Dark Fox with his ultimate, Randy Bobandy with his ultimate. Birdo, very spotty right now. We might get picked right here. No, he's not. The healers are able to keep him in good shape. Very nice thing to see. Randy Bobandy going up front. We might, yeah, we're seeing an amplifier pop up right here. And MVC might be in their best interest to try and get rid of it. Magneto sends his ultimate in Skim's direction. Skim has Storm, and Skim is picked off. Skim switching to Storm. It's not really leading anywhere, though. MVC has a very commanding hold on the cart right here. They're going through at a very fast pace. If Southeastern wants any hope of taking their lead back, then they're going to want to keep MVC sad here. Oh man, but Birdo kept in place and dragged into MVC by multiple factors. Skim sending the Hurricane to a checkpoint that was already completed. Everybody's able to be healed, however. She isn't a threat to anybody right here. And in fact, she's more of a sitting duck, kidnapped by Angela and picked off. MVC's Angela is really making this look easy right now, able to 1v1 a Deadpool while he has his ultimate active.
It seems we have come to get this game show on the road.
Dark Fox walking out of spawn, punching thin air. I don't know if he thinks Invisible Woman is going to pop out of the shadows, but I think he's eliminated that possibility. Skim back as Storm. Juice Fatty S. Angela trying the diff game, but almost picked. A very dangerous game he's playing right here, but he's able to be healed at least pretty marginally. Very knocked out of his ultimate, but is still revived by Rocket. The Squirrel Stampede knocked out yet again, but Deadpool back here running on fumes, but he's able to come back. Dark Fox gets a pick on Squirrel Girl right here. He might have to pull a good ultimate play if he's able to survive. No, Dark Fox picked off, unfortunately. We see Birdo right here trying to lay the hurt on Rocket, but it's not going to work. Birdo cannot out-damage the Rocket Amplifier's shielding. We see MVC very quickly approaching the point that Southeastern had. Fox able to pick off Rocket. Sue Storm with her ultimate. Reset able to match it, though. Southeastern's going to be able to survive here longer than MVC if they keep it up. They try to drag off Angela. It doesn't seem to be working. Magneto's trying to aim his ult at Susan Storm. It doesn't work. Again! Fox is having a very influential ult again, going into the backline to pick off Squirrel Girl. It works! And Southeastern trying to run very solid defense here. Fox choosing to hold his ultimate. He's going to take a while for him to build back up. But for the time being, is a very, very effective play. Very nice to see. So, Southeastern, very similar situation to last game. Let's see if we can pull it off this time. holding down the last half of a point for 3-ish minutes. If they are unable to do so, the game will go into extra rounds, and Southeastern will be put back on offense. Angela with a very, very big ult, but Randy Bobandy with an even bigger support ult, keeping everybody alive. This is huge for Southeastern. Birdo could be trying to line everybody up to be stunned here. It doesn't. Debatable, but Southeastern still, with all of this displacement, is able to make several picks. They're trying to stagger MVC as much as possible. Yes, they're all coming back in different waves. That Magneto's not going to be back for another 5 seconds. 2 minutes left on the clock. No game audio, that's very weird. Game capture should be working just fine.
Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff.
I'll get you next time.
Here we are, Southeastern slowly trying to keep everyone in check, everyone alive. MVC trying to diff Birdo here on Thing, but we have Skim here playing Cloak and Dagger, keeping everyone alive in her trail. Southeastern using all 3 of their support ults right here in what could be an overkill play, but I think it's a very, very brave by Southeastern, putting out all the stops. A minute and 30 left on MVC's offensive timer. If Southeastern's able to hold them here, then they go their lead to 2-1.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Dark Fox has this ultimate ready. We might be seeing something not able to pull the Thing. The Thing cannot be affected by any crowd control abilities at any time whatsoever. And Barry with a huge Punisher ultimate. Southeastern gets dismantled. Juice Fatty might be the only hope Southeastern has left for everybody to respawn. He needs to take a sneaky angle on the cart right here. Turning into a diamond, getting rid of that crowd control ability. This needs to happen. Yes, Southeastern able to put a straggler on the cart. Birdo does go down as Venom, but Fox still has his ultimate ready. Here it goes. Oh, with a very big ultimate by Sue Storm, but it doesn't really matter. Fox has his ultimate yet again. Oh, this could be huge for MVC though. Birdo with 4 meters left. He's able to knock on that cart, but he's not able to get there in time. MVC takes that final cart with less time than Southeastern, however. So, this map will be played again. Neither team has earned their point yet. Southeastern needs to hop back on offense and do their absolute best in order to keep their defensive round away from MVC. Southeastern has had a lot of skill on these final points. But not being able to have all their support ults where they need them has bit them. Using all 3 in that one team fight, I would say is unnecessary, which is not something, which is not a word that Southeastern likes. Southeastern does not like the word unnecessary. So Southeastern starting on defense this time. They're going to try and make sure MVC has no lead to hold on to. They're going to start out with 11 more seconds than MVC whenever they switch to offense, but they need to hold MVC down to this first point if at all possible.
Anything?
Even my power has its limits, but for all intents and purposes, yes.
Cool. So if I happen to go into battle without pants, I can just blame you then, right?
Give it a try, and everyone here will find out.
The battle starts in 5.
I have no idea what the conversation was there. They were kind of mumbling, unless my hearing's getting worse, which is awful because I'm a music major. So we have Dark Fox here is Star-Lord. Yeah, trying to get rid of that flank route for Angela. 2 of Southeastern Savage Storm members dealing with that. Angela up in the sky trying to be a nuisance, but Southeastern is doing their best to get rid of that whole dynamic right there. Yes, Emma Frost picked off, not the Angela, however. Immediately revived by Rocket, though. Wait, nearly... Oh, Angela picked off by Star-Lord, yeah. Dark Fox going with Star-Lord instead of Bucky here. Randy Bobandy already with the ult charged at the S rank. This could be huge for Southeastern. Randy Bomandi very nearly picked off, put between under 100 health multiple times, but the healers pull through. Randy Bomandi with the ult active is trying to keep Southeastern in there for as much as possible. It looks like he's about to go down though, however, ult dipping below 100. Phoenix sending the ult, it misses. Reset 101 is picked off. But Randy Bomandi seems to be keeping the healing going. Fox as Star-Lord trying to deal with Angela, but it seems like Angela's dealing with him. Oh yeah, Southeastern slowly getting dismantled. Juice Fatty, the only one left alive again, can turn into a diamond here in order to take that card away. But it looks like she's not gonna be. Looks like he's not gonna be able to do it. Reset is back on the cart with the support ultimate, however, but is out damaged. So Reset's ult goes nowhere, and it looks like MVC is going to be able to capture the first checkpoint. It will still be on overtime, however. So if Southeastern can get MVC off the cart at least once during this stretch, they could be setting themselves up huge for offense here. All right, here comes co-op time from Skim here. As well as, oh, Dark Fox's ult being canceled by Angela and the Punisher. Birdo not being able to stay alive. Randy Bomandi not able to put in enough damage. MVC putting impressive work in with their ults and teamwork here in this clutch overtime period. It appears teams are a lot more scary whenever their backs are against the wall, as I said with Southeastern earlier. But Southeastern really needs to regroup here. Every inch that MVC adds on their cart is a bigger chance for them to win, which is not something that Southeastern wants on their agenda. Angela trying to kidnap another Savage Storm member, doesn't really fall through, but she uses her ultimate, tries to trap him for Phoenix, doesn't work. Birdo has the shield ready. Birdo has Magneto, not on a lot of health, and is picked off. Reset, not barely any health. Southeastern has no ultimates ready. Angela, they're all fighting their hearts off. If they're able to get all of MVC's members off the cart, they could stop it right here. But Juice Fatty Angela picked off by Rocket. Let's see, Dark Fox here trying to hit everybody. Wide Spear, not able to get the pick. Trying to kill the amp, but it's not enough. We have everybody pouring themselves at the amp, but it's not enough. Southeastern, unfortunately, still has...
Vehicle reached a checkpoint.
Huh. Okay, I guess F7 also screenshots. We're gonna have a lot of screenshots of this by the end. If Southeastern can just get back there and take away MVC's cart, then it could very well be over.
My time to shine.
Dark Fox over here has his ultimate ready, not looking to be interrupted by Punisher. Yep, here he is, pops it immediately, trying to get picks, but everyone else is going for him, and they immediately swat him out of the sky. Star-Lord usually good at staying alive whenever his ultimate's ready, but unable to. The healers aren't able to support him. Randy Bomandi goes down. Reset putting his ultimate in the middle of the cart for Southeastern, but MVC still able to hold on, and they're picking everyone off slowly. Southeastern's getting heavily dismantled right here. It seems the longer MVC goes on, the more they're just able to stop all of Southeastern's plays. All Southeastern can hope for is that they get slightly cocky. I did not mean to take 3 screenshots right there. I had my hand over the F12 key, you know. Juice Fatty swapping to Punisher, trying to play the diff game yet again. Whoa, Dark Fox trying to escape. It doesn't work. Skim with the Cloak and Dagger ult. This could be huge. Trying to keep everyone on the ult here. Oh no, Punisher with the shotgun, able to get that instant headshot. The Rocket has his amp again. Magneto trying to start it, but is unable to. Oh my goodness. MVC with the best offensive round I think I've ever seen, unfortunately, is able to slap Southeastern silly and take that 3rd point. The score is now 1-2, MVC ahead.
Top-notch team to
No, it's not. I was entirely wrong. This is good news for me, as Southeastern goes back on offense yet again if they desperately need to get that cart over to the ending point. If they can do that, then more defensive and offensive rounds will be played, and Southeastern has a chance of bringing home that 2nd point. This point very, very big right here. All right, Juice Fatty going on Wolverine right here, trying to shred some tanks as this next round starts along.
I saw your most recent invoice for supplies, Logan. I have concerns.
You want me out there finding lost? I need the right gear to do the job.
You do not need yet another motorcycle to crash.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
All right, here we are.
2, 1.
Doc Fox punching a plant. I think he agreed that that last defensive round was pretty frustrating there.
About time I got a shield.
Here we are, Fox trying to go around the corner to get a pick. Oh, the hook is not able to go through the shield, however. He's unable to pick anyone. Skim is Cloak and Dagger, going as Cloak right now, mainly for damage. Angela trying to, kidnap, but it doesn't work. Randy Bobandy is picked off by their Emma, however. Southeastern forced back a little bit, which they can't do anymore. Oh, Fox trying to chase Angela, but it doesn't work. Angela's able to get away. Fox is not able to follow up on that higher ground, as he used his movement ability, but didn't secure his landing. So we have all of the Southeastern Savage Storm members back on the cart, but MVC is still holding very strong on defense. However, Barry is picked off. MVC is not running Rocket anymore. They're trying to stop everything right here, right now. And I was completely incorrect. MVC is still running Rocket. And Phoenix 12 Skim is trying to make these patterns here, but trying to escape Punisher is going to be a different challenge all in itself. They're able to do it, though. Dark Fox going up as Bucky, able to get several picks. Oh, MVC trying to do a little cheeky play to get Southeastern off the point. Dark Fox, unable to get the chain, but is still able to get the pick on Angela. It's going to be a little bit before she comes back. Southeastern having to push the card up. It seems we're going to get another team fight before MVC gives out the first checkpoint, if they do it all.
That's what I need.
Dark Fox and Barry trading shots with each other. Potentially big ult from Phoenix right here, trying to wait to see if Punisher will use his. Whoa! Dark Fox could use it again. Trying to kill Rocket here, but it doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Barry able to be kept alive along with Rocket and Angela's ult. This is unfortunate. Final score 6-3 MVC. Now the score of the entire match is in fact 1-2 MVC's lead. So Southeastern desperately needs to come back and take the next 2 rounds. The rest of the rounds there are. Southeastern needs to win out. All right. Let's head back to the lobby right here. Hello. It's been too long since y'all have seen my face. So, I'm back. Hello. It's a nice time to enjoy some water and wait for the next round to be played. The next map will be Domination, and Southeastern will be picking because they did, in fact, lose that first round. Lose that last round. Oh my goodness. Feels great to stretch right here. A very competitive game from both sides. We see Southeastern doing their best to put in the work over here. Wow. This is just incredible. Whew. A nice shout out to our sponsors: Choctaw Careers, se.fatcap.gg, Gosu Academy, The Media Depot, and the First United Bank right down here in Durant, Oklahoma. Woo! Nice game so far. Bringing the water back. I can't. I need it. All right. Very eventful stream tonight. If we have any MVC members watching, hello. I hope y'all are having a good game so far. I know this is very engaging for a lot of us. MVC was talked about heavily as a very strong team, so Southeastern's been preparing for this one for quite a while. So we're definitely excited to see where this goes. The intermission music, I think, is quite nice. It's so relaxing. In between all this death and all this fighting and all these picking and stuff, it's nice to have a little relaxing moment where you can just empty your head of all the violence on TV. Now, Robbie, I hear you asking, where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? I don't know. I think Seth MacFarlane had an answer for that in like the late 90s. But I wasn't around then, so whatever. There's a guy less than a year older than me on an NBA team. And he's friggin' dominating the league. Well, he himself is. The Mavericks are suffering, but I believe in Cooper Flag. All right, Dark Fox says Southeastern's ready. As soon as we get the ready from MVC, we can go in here and get round 4 underway. I looked at the general room over from through the general course of the season. They've gone from the general computers out here in the front lobby to getting their own spot in the blue and gold rooms, and I think that's just incredible how far the team has come in this resource rumble. Ew. Oh wait, no, we're not doing that. We're doing domination. Thank goodness. Resource Rumble, by far the worst game mode. I don't know if it is objectively, but I think I share this opinion with a lot of people that Resource Rumble is just a drag to play. It's not played in competitive, something I'm quite happy about. All right, so as we go over to Burnin T'Challa in the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. Like, Wakanda? Sorry, that was stupid. Let's go over the bans here. So we're probably going to see a Hela and Strange ban immediately. An Angela ban. Okay, that means MVC's first protect might be Hela. They might genuinely go Hela here. They might jump on it. Yep, there it is. MVC not wasting an opportunity to protect Hela right there. As soon as Southeastern's able to get that first ban in. Protecting Bruce Banner. Ironically, his name has ban in it. Banning Namor in order to have Hela not get that team up in which she can summon dead squids whenever she kills someone, which is honestly such a refreshing, like, intellectually charged move to make. Southeastern, very smart ban on Namor right there. MVC banning Gambit, protecting Magneto. We've all seen this before, banning Gambit, trying to get Fox not to play him. But then Southeastern turns around and protects Bucky, probably for Dark Fox as well. And we see the ban on Magic. I haven't seen MVC play Magic even when she wasn't banned. So I guess whatever works here. And then MVC banning Squirrel Girl, not wanting Skim to get much value out of that. I think this is the first time this game that Skim hasn't been target banned. Which I think she is just fine with. I mean, unless it's like, oh no, I really want to help the team, I'll take the target ban situation. In which case, I entirely read that wrong, and I apologize. All right, so we have both teams finalizing their selections here. It seems Juice Fatty is predicting the Punisher here and wants to go with something that'll do a lot of damage, or maybe something that will shred a Hela ultimate quickly. Whenever Hela ultimates, she is stuck in the sky, and you need to do a lot of damage to her in order for her to not wreck your entire team. Never mind, Juice Fatty switching to Jeff here, and Skim and Dark Fox, I apologize, going with Storm ultimate. Let's hop in the game. All right, a few last-second switches. Juice Fatty setting up a lemonade stand just in case the team is parched before the game. I know I was. That's why I grabbed 2 more bottles of water. I think I've gone through at least 3 of them tonight. Well, 2.5 technically. But I am planning on drinking a lot of water, as you should too. This is a general reminder from the National Association of Health to please drink water. It's very good for you. That's all I had to say. So, Southeastern, going back here, getting in some good general healing. Southeastern switching to try and get on the point first in order to defend, but Barry, a very strong Punisher player, putting in their work as per usual, able to pick off Rosette and Birdo's Hulk. Randy Bobandy putting in a little bit of work on Deadpool though. Fox goes down. Juice Fatty's still alive, keeping his team alive in the process. Randy Bobandy, ooh, picked off, and MVC takes a very large lead on that first point. Randy Bobandy going to switch to Rogue here. Skim as Cloak and Dagger. Juice still as Jeff here, but Fox going back to Bucky, the Bucky that they used to protect on. I think they know that team up is going to be very rarely used, and so they want to be able to get a nice little thing going. Southeastern trying to get some general damage here. Birdo's floating it around half health. Yes, Dark Fox able to get the pick on Hela, but not before she's revived. Oh yeah, and then honestly, what Southeastern needs to do is get out of the way. Juice Fatty taking the opportunity to use his ult to try and save his team from the Punisher ultimate, which I'd say is a success because nobody else dies due to it. Unfortunately, Skim is trapped on the other side of the wall playing his Elsa Bloodstone and is picked off by MVC's Thor. MVC seems to have reached a general little flow state that they have. Southeastern does historically have trouble with this second domination map because it's usually never a sweep. So Southeastern on the second domination map historically has a little bit of trouble getting here, but Birdo back on the front line, jumping repeatedly, trying to get that distance. Sue Storm on the other team though, trying to push them back. Oh, Skim sends out the Glartrox, but we can consider that one animal abuse. It's killed almost immediately, and so is Skim. Birdo immediately going in as a much bigger and stronger Hulk, trying to wreak havoc in the back line, taking out that res. Oh, he claps the Punisher to death. Oh my goodness, Juice Fatty taken out, ult pretty much nullified. Rosette has shield down though, which is a very huge play, but Hela kept in the sky, not able to be taken out by anybody. Skim though slowly on the point. MVC immediately hops back on, however. She'll be picked before anything too drastic for MVC happens. Juice Fatty back out there, but he's not able to get the heal off in time. MVC is going to take this first point pretty much uncontested. Oof. Southeastern needs to win these next 2 rounds just to tie up the game and stay alive. If Southeastern's able to capture these next 2 points, then they'll stay in it and try and break the tiebreaker against MVC for this last
Should you
win.
fall, Thunder God, I shall put that hammer of yours to good use.
Mjolnir can only be lifted by those who prove worthy. I fear you are not on that list.
Who needs to lift it when I can reshape its Uru metal and release
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, I'm not supposed to be spectating this team. I'm supposed to be spectating Southeastern. There we go. Nice.
You deserve my mercy instead of my flames.
All right, we have Magneto over here getting some high ground, but slow falling his way down. Randy Bobandy looking up at him like I look at a nice Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. I apologize for the product placement there, but I am thinking about food right now. Birdo trying to get some hits on Barry, going through the smoke in the clouds to eliminate that Punisher. Randy Bobandy up here playing a strong road, taking Thor's abilities and trying to use them to his best potential. Birdo still out here trying to take damage. Barry, brought back by Rocket, though, is out with that shotgun again and is an absolute menace. Yeah. MVC's trying to come up and punish Southeastern for playing the game, which is very unfortunate. We switch to Dark Fox, who is back on Star-Lord here. Dark Fox going around the flank route. Let's see where this takes him. Well, it's going to take him to the point, obviously. But I think we can see the first few seconds of this. Dark Fox about to plan something huge here. Maybe regarding that Thor, pumping in some damage there, but it's not really going anywhere. As we switch to Rosette, who is healing. All teams have 5 of their ults ready. MVC has all of their ults ready. Randy Bobandy not able to take his ult anywhere, though. Magneto using his ult in preparation for Cloak and Dagger. Dark Fox picked off in the back, not before he uses his ult, though.
Behold the gods!
So Rosette, yes, using his ult in a face of big survival, and is able to stop that Punisher from getting that big shotgun kill. But Hela up in the clouds, this could be very threatening. Oh my goodness, Hela and Punisher, absolutely huge offensive ults that could stifle even the biggest of defensive plays here. MVC uses them both at once, which could bite them later, but they get the team wipe nonetheless. So Southeastern still has 2 ultimates remaining. They're gonna have to pull a spectacular team play this round in order to get back on that scoreboard. Birdo strolling around on half health playing Venom. Crawling up this pillar. Fox, oh my goodness. Fox's ults tonight have not been able to go his way. He's not able to get any ground on any of them. Juice Fatty trying to fend off Thor, seems to be able to, but Thor gets what he wants out of there. If Southeastern's not able to hop on the point, it's all over. Rosette doing his best to hang on, but unfortunately, MVC takes it, and that is game. So, MVC takes this one with a final score of 3-1. Now, I took a big measure to not have overconfidence in Southeastern as they're going up against the 1 seed, absolute strongest team in MVC, and Southeastern putting up the showing that they did. I think was one of the goals here, was to try and hold MVC off as long as possible, and taking a round and holding them to a few very intense cart matches was still very big on Southeastern's part. So in the end, it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but overall, earlier I even said that even if the game doesn't turn out the way we want it, even if Southeastern loses the entire shebang, being able to go in there, punch above our weight, and take a map or two is something respectable in and of itself. So I would like to commend our very strong and brave players out there taking on MVC. I would also like to give props to MVC for playing this game with us and taking a very strong win. I respect the heck out of y'all. I really do. And I would like to respect all the people checking in on the stream tonight to root us on or maybe have something entertaining to watch while they're enjoying their nice spring break. I know I am. So, we saw a lot of big offensive play from Southeastern, who is usually very dependent on support ults to go anywhere. But we see a lot of offensive capabilities from Southeastern played out very well tonight, which is something that I'm very happy to see. So I would like to quickly go over our socials and our sponsors one more time before I sign off. On X at SE Sports HQ, on YouTube at SE Sports, and on Instagram at SE Sports HQ. And then our sponsors, the very lovely fatcap.gg, Gosu Academy, the Media Depot, Choctaw Careers, and the First United Bank down here in Durant, Oklahoma. And from Durant, Oklahoma, I'm Robert Denning, and this is Southeastern Oklahoma State University Savage Storm Esports. We'll be seeing you next week.